Good morning, everyone. This is the Compensation Committee meeting of the Retirement System for Wednesday, April 9, 2014. And you all have the agenda before you. First order of business is approval of the minutes. Everybody had a chance to glance those? Want to take a minute to look at those?
Should be the first tab in your book.
I think, as you recall, those minutes they're pretty
They were very brief.
very
Yeah.
brief, very technical
Yeah.
changes. There was nothing
Mm-hmm.
of any great consequence. Everybody have a chance to read? We have a motion to approve the minutes.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Minutes of the last meeting. Now let's see. Did you say we should go? You want
Can
to
you
talk about
change
this?
the order just so that
All
we
right.
can do all public sessions stuff
Very good.
together?
All right. Then we will go to item 4, discussion of the charter.
And you have that in your books, in your binder, tab 3, Comp Committee Charter. There is a red-lined version.
Where is that?
It should be tab 3. Right here.
Okay.
It's actually blue line,
Okay.
sorry. And really what these are changes to expand the scope of the Comp Committee to be the Human Resources and Compensation Committee. So that is some strategic item that I believe the ad hoc planning committee discussed. We've made conforming changes here, and this is presented for your review. If you approve this charter, it will need to go to the full commission for approval on May 1st. So this would be a recommendation coming out of this committee and in line with the ad hoc planning committee's recommendations as well, and the full commission would vote on it May 1st.
Why don't we take a minute just to look at this?
Sure. And before we leave this item, I also want to give you feedback that we got from the House of Representatives.
So we see Roman numeral 2, we changed the comp committee to the new title.
Yes.
In 3B, Roman numeral 3B, oversight of human resources and infrastructure. What's the meaning of infrastructure in this context?
You know, I read that and I questioned it too. I think that means the personnel infrastructure, but that is not entirely clear. I think we probably could just say providing oversight of human resources.
Yeah, we could just scratch
Scratch.
infrastructure, yeah.
Because that sort of in my mind, that gets into IT
It does.
or other hardware items as opposed to brains.
You know, and honestly, I did think the same thing when I read it. I should have deleted that.
So I guess, is it just one question on 4, the composition, and B, the commission will appoint the committee members as opposed to the chairman?
Yeah,
Is that the one we always have?
That's how the last governance policies, when they were last
Okay, we
amended
made
in
that
May.
change, yeah, okay.
The chairman selects a panel and then the commission ratifies or votes to approve that
Oh,
panel.
but the chairman does make,
Suggest it.
makes, okay, and then it's voted on by the full commission.
Mm-hmm.
Any discussion on that at all? Anybody have any questions, any further questions, any comments? Apparently not, so we'll move on. Then.
We do need to make a motion on this, I believe, because you need to recommend it to the full
All right, so you
commission.
want a motion to recommend this, what do we want to call it?
The revisions to the charter.
Revisions to the charter to the full commission. Do we have a motion to do that?
I move.
Dr. Wilder? Second?
Second.
All in favor?
I
Aye.
With that one amendment, yeah.
Very good. And before we leave this item, I did, I have tried to email you all and keep you updated, but I did want to state to y'all that we have testified twice in the House of Representatives regarding the PIC plan. Senator Ryberg and I have gone over twice. I have compiled the document for your purposes, which is under tab 2. That is my attempt to consolidate the feedback that we have received from the House members. They have not yet taken action on the PIC plan. They have met twice and they receded to the call of the chair. So we do expect them to meet again, although we don't know when. I have also provided for you all the information that we provided to the House. I just wanted to make sure that everybody had access to that same information, that you see how we answered the questions, and you also see what questions they ask of us. So I don't really, I'm not really asking you to take action today. I just want to make sure that I told them that I would convey that feedback to you. So, I want to make sure that I do that and give you that feedback for your consideration as the comp committee.
And so is that, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
As I understand it, they took no action but decided to study it further for action at some future date. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, was that the committee that took no action, or, and now the full House needs to take no action, or is it?
The proviso is written, excuse me, that a specific House subcommittee has to approve the PIC plan prior to implementation. So the full House does not have to take action.
Okay.
It's just this committee that has to take action. So we expect the committee to get back together at least one more time to take action on the PIC plan.
And do they need to take action every year on the PIC plan, or do they just take action a single time and that applies
Excuse
to
me.
subsequent?
This provision is not in statute, so it's not in, our codified law that goes on forever. It was a proviso that was passed in the fiscal year 14 budget,
Mhm. Yeah, the
Yes.
current one, absolutely.
in the
right.
current budget.
I think we have the history of the evolution of it
I
actually somewhere.
think that history is in here
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
So provisos are attached to the budget bill every year. So if the proviso were to continue, that it could change form, it could continue to exist, it could go away,
Could go away.
could go away. So proviso is not permanent law, it's just attached to the budget bill every year.
Sarah, how does that 180-day provision come into play in this?
The 100
Isn't there something in the PIC policies or something that has to be paid out, or I can't remember the exact wording, has to be paid out, or a decision has to be made within 180 days of the fiscal year, end of the fiscal year?
I think there is that provision. I think that is for the commission to take action. You have already taken action
All right,
this
so
year.
Right.
that
Mhm.
applies to the commission.
Yes, the PIC plan that's in question that the House is looking at is the plan that would be payable as of June 30th, 2014. So this upcoming June, which we don't know if we've earned that yet because we're not at the end
All
of
right,
the period.
so the PIC payment for the fiscal year in 2013.
That's been done, that's been
done.
paid.
So we're now, okay, so, all right, so everybody understand that the discussion going forward here is for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2014.
Mhm.
So I guess what I was trying to ascertain was, is this something that we have to deal with year after year after year with presenting information on the PIC plan, or if trying to get the Senate to, or the committee to approve it every year? I know the new charter asks us to review it every year. So are we up against getting it approved every year?
Let me address that, Rebecca. You know, provisos are annual, and there is, I think there's internal discussion, not only in the Senate and in the House, as to the value of many of the provisos. I think this is also on that list. And so if the proviso were to be changed, okay, you know, the requirements might be changed. And so, or if it were dropped, of course,
Mhm.
then it would be. But we don't know at this point in time.
Okay.
And so we will plan that we are going forward with the proviso as it is. And so we need to address the 2015 fiscal year issue too. So
Okay.
if the proviso stays in place.
Any further discussion on that? If not, then that's just.
If not, that's the end of that
That would be the end
discussion.
of that session, and then are we ready to go into executive session?
Motion.
Do we need a motion for that? All right, we have a motion to, Dr. Waters making a motion to go into executive session, second.
Second.
For the purposes of receiving, for discussing personnel matters and receiving legal advice.
Okay, so stated.
We have to, yeah, just have to include that.
Thank you.
Sign in and sign out at the same time. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
And that was approved, right? The motion approved?
Okay, thank you, Rob.
I will get this.
I don't know, there's 6 of these, so I don't know how
Yeah,
y'all
just,
wanna.
Session, do we have anything else to consider? Any comments? Any further business? If not,
Oh, we should make this statement.
That no actions were taken
Yeah, discussion of,
of personnel matters and legal advice was received, but no actions were taken during the executive session.
all right, you said it. All right, then, do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Good job.
Okay.
All right.
and we adjourned
Come
at
back.
11:23, adjourned.